Yes team, and welcome back to the channel. So another one, 6 weeks out, and I am banging these YouTube videos out. I'm actually really enjoying getting them done as well, just like me with this little camera sort of vlogging how I'm feeling and getting on, and I hope you're enjoying them too. But this is 6 weeks out, and just a bit of an update. So it is check-in day today, so I'm just out on my morning walk now, and then when I go back I'll get my check-in photos done. So this morning I was sitting at 90.5 kilo. Yesterday I was 91.25. So once again, body weight is being a little bit stubborn. You know, I've been around the 90 to 91 for a few weeks now, to be fair, but visually I feel as if I am definitely getting leaner. I'm looking forward to doing my check-in photos. I'll post like the either videos or photos on the screen. But yesterday, oh my days, probably one of the worst days of prep so far in terms of energy levels. I was absolutely ruined. Like in the mornings I'm okay, you know, like now I feel all right. I'm a morning person, so I was up before my alarm again at like 10 to 5. Updated my to-do list, took my vitamins, and just come straight out on my walk, and I feel okay. But late afternoons, like in the evenings, I'm mangled. I'm absolutely mangled. Like yesterday, fortunately I didn't have any calls, because at like 6 o'clock I was absolutely ruined. Absolutely ruined. I think I was even in bed last night by like 8 p.m. and I was in like energy saving mode. So I came, like I had all my steps done, and then like little things, just the little tasks just felt super hard, you know, like stupid things. I was like sat on the couch, and then I was like, oh, I need to have my last meal, and I just couldn't be arsed to get up and put it in the microwave. Like it was that bad from like an energy standpoint. So definitely the worst day of prep in terms of like an energy standpoint. But I was speaking to Ben as well, and it's one of those where like I've been here numerous times before. I know the feeling of what it's like when you're mangled in a prep. You know, it's not like it's foreign to me. So it's getting tough, it's getting challenging, but at the same time it's what is expected when you are dieting down and getting lean. So today's plan of action is simply same as usual, just work, gym. As you can probably tell by these YouTube videos, my routine is the same, you know, and in all fairness, I would say routine's the best it's been in months. You know, like when I'm in a fat loss phase, what I love the most is how good my routine gets. So same wake up time, same bedtime, give or take, same meals, everything's just dialed in, everything's dialed in. So plan of action is obviously work, you know, get all the check-ins done. It's that, like I said in the last video, it's the last week in Dubai before I come back to the UK for a couple of months. So I've got a haircut booked. I need to plan reels. I got my content day on Thursday night at 7 p.m, which is gonna be a fucking drag, because in the evenings is when I flag, and then at 7 p.m. I've got to go to a gym. So I'll train in the morning, do all the work, and then I've got to go to a different gym and then film loads of content. So I'm gonna have to caffeinate like hell on Thursday. Take a pre-workout at 6 p.m. now to get the reels done. But I need to get the reels planned. I've got a good handful planned already. Need to get some more done, just so I know when I get to the gym like what I'm filming, what I need to do, so I'm not stuttering and waffling just on a tangent on a reel. So I need to get them planned. Flight, everything, all that's booked. Need to pack my bag, which I'll just get the missus to help me with, to be honest with you. And then yeah, just make sure I'm ahead of everything. That is my plan this week. Make sure I'm ahead of everything, so that on Friday night, Saturday morning, I'm not waking up stressed thinking, fuck, I need to do this, I need to do that. So I just need to get ahead of absolutely everything as much as I can, because it is very busy at the minute, which I'm super fortunate for, and I'm very happy to be busy. I'd rather be busy than not busy. So yeah, just gotta keep this routine dialed in, and when I get back to the UK, I need to keep this routine as well, because a good routine will yield success in everything that you do. So let's get these steps done. I'll let you know, because I'll get my check-in feedback at some point this afternoon. I will let you know what the changes are, if there is any. And yeah, it's pull today. Pull today. My knees are killing, even going down steps. Jesus. 27 years of age, knees of a 40-year-old. But yeah, I'll let you know the updates. Protein oats is in the fridge. Oh, I can't wait for that. And hopefully it's not going to be a fuck day like it was yesterday from an energy standpoint. So let's see what today brings. What I will 100% miss though about my Dubai routine is how nice it is just to go for a walk it's currently 5:45 in the morning. So 5:45, came out at about 20 past 5. I'm in a vest, birds are tweeting, the weather's like okay, like it's warm. Whereas when I go back home, I hope you can't hear the wind. But when I go back home, obviously if I was to go for a walk at 5 AM, it'll be pitch black, absolutely freezing. But that's why I'm going to get a walking pad ordered, because I know that when I come back to the UK, my sleep probably is just going to get even worse. And waking up probably like 3 o'clock in the morning, just from hunger, workload, and just being out of routine. So I need to get a walking pad delivered, because at least then I can wake up and I can still sort of keep my routine, where I wake up, get my steps in without feeling like I've got to put on about 4 pairs of joggers, 3 hoodies, and then walking around in the pissing down rain or the freezing cold. So walking pads, if you're living in the UK and you struggle to get your steps in, get a walking pad. Pull day going down, so just on the drive to the gym now, and when I was editing the last YouTube video, I noticed that you can like visibly see that there's a suitcase in the back. Now if you're wondering why there's a suitcase in the back seats of the car, it's simply because I do not want it in the apartment. So I thought, where can I keep it? Just keep it in the car. There's one in the back seats and there's one in the boot as well. So yeah, that is the reason why there's a suitcase in the back seats, basically, because it's only me driving the car, and then obviously Ola if we're going somewhere. So we don't need the back seats essentially. But we're on the way to the gym. We've got pull A to do. So pull A is a hip hinge. That's the only difference between pull A and pull B. So by a hip hinge, I mean simply just bent over a bar, just to load up the erectors as well. So we're going to get that done. But I thought I'd give you a little update on my training as well, because what I'm doing at the minute, because I sort of get zapped towards the end of the session, instead of doing like back and then biceps or push and then triceps, what I'm doing these days is I'll start off with my arm work. So I'll go into the gym, I start off on abs, to be fair. I'm just throwing in 2 sets before every session, just because I need to get these abs popping through, and it gets my core nice and sort of engaged before like my heavy compounds. But then what I'll do is I'll do my bicep work, so I go into my biceps fresh, and then I do my back. And then when back's finished, job done. Cardio, pause, and then I can come home. Rather than like annihilate my back and be super fatigued for my bicep work that I may give 50-60% effort into, I'm simply just changing it around. And it's helping a lot recently, to be fair. Like, I thought doing triceps before push would have an impact on my pressing. but my numbers are still in a good spot. I thought my biceps before pull would have a nightmare on my back training, but once again, it's okay. So I'm gonna run that as long as I can, to be fair. If I do notice that like my pressing work has a bit of an impact because I'm doing my triceps first, and I'll just go back to triceps at the end. But it's working for now. It's working for now. So we're just on the way, getting a podcast on to switch off from work mode, coach mode to athlete mode. We've done a big bulk of the check-ins this morning. Like I said, just gonna get ahead of as much as I can this week. So when I go back after the gym, need to plan a load of content, and then tomorrow's check-ins that would have come through, I'll get ahead of as many of them as I can, so that tomorrow I can just be on top of everything. You know, I do not want to go to the content day unplanned. I don't want to come home knowing that I've missed something or anything like that. I want to have my routine laser focused. I want to have everything managed the best of my ability, because obviously on the Friday I'm going to have to prep my food for the Saturday, for the flight home, and that'll be the next YouTube video, to be fair. I'll do like the travel back to the UK and like how I will stay on track with my food with me traveling back home. So what I'm thinking about doing for this video, it's just like a vlog style video, but I want to make it interesting. So what I'm thinking about doing is similar to what I done last time, where I'll get like a couple of training clips. Whether I get the full session, I'm not sure. I may get like 3 to 5 exercises that I'll video, and then just do like a talking overlay over it on like what my thought process is going into that set, or when I am performing that given set, to give you guys a bit of value as well. Check-in sent over to Ben this morning, posing check-in sent over to Case, so expecting feedback back from them at some point today, and then I can update you guys then if there's any updates with my meal plan and cardio. I personally think there will be, just because body weight sort of stayed pretty stagnant. So not been a change in a while. I wouldn't be surprised if something does get changed, but I'll let you guys know. But in the meantime, I'm gonna stick on a podcast. I'm listening to 16 Brutal Life Lessons for Ambitious People by, what's his name? Oh, Modern Wisdom. Modern Wisdom. On the way to the gym, get into the zone of training, have a good session, pause, and get my cardio done. Dreading it. 30 minutes, but hopefully it goes quick. Hopefully it goes quick. It's getting super hot in Dubai as well, super humid, so I need to get the aircon on because I'm fucking cooking. And I'll see you guys in the gym. So on to the second bicep exercise. So I've started off with abs, done my ab crunch, done 3 sets of preacher curl. What the set that you're watching now is my second set of this seated curl, which is really nice. And what I'm thinking about here in this set is keeping my elbows in one fixed position. So I'm not thinking about moving my elbows forward or moving my elbows back. I'm just keeping it in one fixed position and fully lengthening at the stretch, and then a hard contraction at the squeeze as well. So next exercise, we have the rope pullover, and this is an exercise that a lot of people butcher, and the reason for it is they're thinking about getting their hands down into their pockets, whereas what you want to be thinking about is scooping your elbow down and into your lat, and like pinching at the bottom and getting a really good contraction with your lats. Don't think about keeping your arms straight and bringing your hands down, because you'll feel it too much in your triceps. So really think, scoop that elbow down, a little bit of a soft elbow, a little bit of a bend in the elbow, to really get as much engagement with the lats as possible. So the next exercise that I'm doing now is like this bent over row, but it's got like a support on my arse, which gives me a lot more stability. So I'm still hinged over, but with a little bit of support. But you can probably see that I got pissed off with that set, because one of the plates was like stopping me from coming into the contraction, so threw me off mid-set, but we got it done regardless. 12 reps done, and now we go on to the next exercise. But what I was thinking about with that one, and with any hip hinge row, just grip and rip. Grip and rip, don't overthink feel. Just get aggressive with it and just fucking row. So next exercise up, we have the single arm pull down. I'm doing the Atlantis machine for this one. I do like majority of Atlantis kits, to be fair. And what I'm thinking about with this exercise is it is a lot more thinking about the feel. You know, slow eccentric on the way up, and then driving and dragging down, and really thinking about scooping my elbow into my pocket again, you know, and getting a good pinch at that bottom. When we're at the bottom, we want to be feeding our lat on fire. So slow eccentric, powerful concentric, with a nice good squeeze and pinch at the bottom to drive as much blood as we can into that lower lat. Next to exercise up, we've got another row, and in this row, to be fair, I've never used it before, but it's very good. So it's like a mid to upper back row. Very heavy, but feels nice. Feels nice. I wish I used this when I first started training here. But what I'm thinking about here is fully protracted. And what I mean by that, letting the shoulders like come forward to lengthen out my lats, and then dragging them elbows back nice and hard. So I'm gonna do one more set here, pull-ups to finish, and then we get on that Stairmaster. That is the session wrapped up. Good pull day, cardio done, quick sauna, and then we're just on the drive home now. So I need to go spinnies. I need to get yogurt and mango, not for myself but for the missus. I've asked her if she can weigh my Frosties in a bowl and also cook my rice, because I didn't cook my rice this morning or last night for today, for the main reason I was waiting for my check-in feedback, just in case something was to change. I could have made that change today, but I've had my feedback back. I managed to watch it when I was finishing up my cardio. No direct changes to food. Cardio is going to go up to daily. So instead of 30 minutes times 6, we're doing 30 minutes times 7, which is a slog. Is a slog, but at the same time it needs to be done. Like, we both agree that like I'm flat at the minute, and the reason for that, and the reason how like we can tell, is just like I'm finding it hard to just tense my midsection. But like I said to Ben, like, look bro, I've been here before. Like, I know I'm gonna get in my head. I know I'm not gonna feel lean enough and not feel like I'm ready, you know. But this is the importance of having a coach at the end of the day, to just bring you back to earth, should I say, when you just have that prep brain of like, I'm not looking lean enough, but like in reality you are. You're just comparing yourself with others, and yeah, it's just part of the process. So anyway, I'm absolutely starving. I only trained after my oats and my bagels, and then we trained just in case any updates were done to my meal plan, so I was holding off meal prepping. But we're gonna get back now, get the food cooked, big afternoon of work, evening of work, get everything all up to date, and then get my steps in. Feeling it. I said this morning, didn't I, that I flag in the afternoons when it's just turning 1 o'clock, and I can feel myself feeling like I need a nap. Not that I will have a nap, but I feel like I could do with a nap. But I'm going to cut that video here, to be honest with you guys. Like, at the same time, you know what I eat, you know what the crack's going to be. I'm just going to be back behind that computer. But I thought I'd do like a bit of a midweek update, in the sense of the changes. Cardio's now at 30 minutes, a little bit how I'm feeding, a little bit on training. The next video that I do will be the travel home vlog, so I'll get that done on Saturday, just because for the rest of this week now it's just going to be carnage, and I don't want to like slack on anything else because I'm trying to get a YouTube video out. You know, at least this one's come out. Next one will be on Saturday, where I'll be traveling home, and then the ones after that then will be me back home in the UK, which I'm looking forward to. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys when I travel home to the UK.